What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic week. It, of course, is Fan Friday, so therefore it is your show, ladies and gentlemen. All the questions, all the topics that you have on your mind, this show is for you. Now, we've been going through everything we possibly can throughout the week. You saw the initial injury report, the top matchups, did everything I possibly could to get you prepared here throughout the week. And I put out a post, and I talked to you guys the last couple of days about this. Wanted to open things up for everyone, the mailbag there for you guys to get questions in about this game. We'll get into that here, but I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time. Look, I cannot thank you enough. This train cannot keep moving without you. So that's why I do this show each and every Friday, putting out that content, throughout the week, getting you ready for the game. But I'd like to do this, give you an opportunity, if you miss these shows, to talk about what's going on throughout the week. And, we always do our best here to counteract what the media is doing, always trying to get people worked up. And I do my best to help people. And every day we talk about this, stop following what they're saying. And every day people get caught up, and people caught up today. And hey, it is what it is. I'll do my best to get people on board. But my purpose here is to talk football, and I am very excited about the wild card, bitches. So let's go. Let's talk a little bit about them Eagles, baby. We've got a matchup coming up, and everybody wants to whine about who's using social media. Who can I cry to? I can't tell AJ Brown he sucks anymore. Let's hope they get it together. Jump on board, because this Eagles team, well, this train's leaving the station with or without you. So hope you're pumped up. Hope you're ready for this game on Monday. And tomorrow I'm going to have the game status report for you, so you'll know who's questionable, who is out, all that great stuff. But I'm ready to jump into this. So I hope you're all pumped up. Any questions, any topics that you have, let's jump right into it. Appreciate you tuning in, Teresa. Hope you're having a great Friday. Mario, my man, go Birds. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in as well. Another Teresa. We got two Teresas in here. Let's effing go Birds, baby. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Much love to you all. Little G, let's go Birds. William, my man, getting the party started in here. That's what I like to see. And I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for the kind words. Doing my best to get out all of that knowledge that I feel this fan base could desperately use. But hey, you sickos, as long as you're tuning in, you're getting the information you need. Look, it's funny. I opened it up, and people are asking questions and to be fair, I've never seen these names before. So I guess they just don't know that there is a show out here that literally discusses all of the injuries, everything you need to know for the games. And I feel bad that, nobody else is doing that, but I'll continue to give you guys that information you need. So let's go. I'm born ready, baby. As long as you guys are with me, love to see people getting pumped up now. I know a lot of people didn't want to hear it, but look, I can't fix the Eagles. Nothing I can do. All I can do is show you how they need to fix things, what they need to do, and we can just pray that they get it together. Yo, my man Trey, appreciate you tuning in as well. Love to see the love being shared down here. Now, I'm just going to jump right into these fan questions, because I opened it up and literally all of them, it was just like people whining about AJ Brown getting rid of his social media. Look, I'll just jump right in front of that. Good. I know a lot of people are offended that they can't, tag him and tell him how much he sucks and, he needs to do this, even though they don't know how to play football. But yeah, okay. I'm actually really glad that AJ Brown has tuned out all of the haters and is locked in for the playoffs. So that, to me, good thing. But you're seeing the media, the Eagles traded him. Guess what? Trade deadline's over. We're going to play this playoff game, whether they like it or not. And look, he did not practice today, but we're going to talk about that in a second. But let me just jump right into these. So first question, is Jalen really hurt, or are they throwing off the competition like Steelers did the Broncos a few years back? He is hurt. He hurt his finger. Don't know if you saw the game where it was dislocated there, but not fractured. He was limited yesterday, but full today. They're just being precautious and doing the normal thing with somebody with an injury. So, again, the media, I know they're going to twist things. Hurts is out for this game. He broke his hand. The game's over already. I can't get down with what the media throws out there. And to me, his finger is hurt, but he was throwing today. I posted that video for you guys if you saw it. So he's getting things in here. I'm going to show you this injury report in a second, but will A.J. Brown suit up? Another thing, again, Barry, Tommy, really appreciate you guys getting these in here. Guessing you have not seen the show before, but I always have that information every day when that stuff comes out. So if it's injury report stuff like today, you will see. So yesterday we had the injury report. Now today you're getting the update. You can see in green what changed. Jalen Hurts was a full participant. And then on Saturday, now, if the game is on Sunday, it's just the day before. So usually on Fridays, you're getting your game status report. You will get the game status report with Saturday's practice. So you'll know what is going on for practice tomorrow. And then I will tell you who's questionable, who is out. So A.J. Brown right now, DNP, because, well, he hurt his damn knee. So got to be precautious there. And, we talked about this. Don't be surprised if he misses a practice or two. Let's see what happens, the final practice of the week. And that's the most important. Look, I would have loved to have seen him limited today, but hey, maybe it's really bothering him. So we just got to hope with that extra day rest on Monday that helps. And I'm hopeful that he plays. I think, even if it is bothering him, he will go out there, give it a go. And, even AJ at 80, 90%, I'll take it. But Reed Blankenship, on the other hand, we talked about that. Not so sure, he plays. But either way, both of these guys, we'll find out tomorrow. I mean, they could be listed as out by tomorrow. So we could know, or they could just be questionable. And then we have to wait until Monday. But if they're limited tomorrow, that would be a great sign. So I'll keep you up to date with all of that. Britton Covey, though, limited again. Would like to see him full. But again, this is the playoffs. You don't want to be getting guys hurt. So maybe just being a little precautious with some of these more serious injuries. Wouldn't take it to heart too much here. I know the media is going to run with it. I've seen everybody, A.J. Brown's out for the game. Like, what, dude? And here's the thing. I mean, I do this show. We're in the playoffs, and people still don't know after like almost 19 weeks that there is literally a show that explains all this stuff. And that blows my mind. And not only for our team, I give you the other team too. I just don't know how people don't like that kind of information. But hey, not knowing anything, if that's, how you continue to just not know anything, that makes sense. So, hey, one day they'll start figuring how things work. But let's check out these Buccaneers here. You can see 3 players, one from DNP to limited, KJ Britt, Baker Mayfield, Tristan Wirfs, and then Hayes and Green stayed where they were with limited and full, respectively there. So those were the injuries for today. And again, appreciate Tommy and Barry getting those questions in. To everyone else who was like posting comments about, A.J. Brown, things like that. Yeah, I wasn't going to make a graphic for that because it has absolutely nothing to do with that game. But those questions, related to the game. But obviously, you guys that tune in here, you sickos know I'm going to give you the injury news every single day. You're going to know. And I'm not going to let the media, make up their stories. Everyone's out. This guy's like, it's too much for me. And we just literally had this conversation yesterday. Like, I don't do that stuff. But I know that's what a lot of people prefer. And they love that stuff. I saw, one of the top creators. It was like thousands of views within like the first hour. AJ Brown's out, Hurts is gone, like all this stuff is just like, I don't know how people fall for that stuff, but no doubt I'm going to keep being the counteraction to it all. That's just that simple. But let's hear it, man. Let's talk about this game. I'm pumped up. Hope you're getting pumped up. Let's go, Mark. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. It's your guys' show. Love to hear it. What do you guys got on your mind? What do you want to hear about? What do you want me to talk about? I mean, it is your show. As I tell you, beat the Buccaneers, will either face Packers or Cows. No, that is incorrect. The Packers, if they would win, they're the lowest seed. They would play the Cowboys or the 49ers. Reassure me, please. Hey, that's what we are here for, Marcus, my man. Appreciate you tuning in. A little bit concerned about Baker because I know he had problems with his ribs, with ankle. I don't know that. Yeah, he's banged up. I wouldn't be concerned about it. That's beneficial to the Eagles. What's happening? Yo, appreciate you tuning in. Wheels and deals. Let's go. But if you guys want to know how this playoff seeding goes, let me show you that. So here's how it works. Whatever the lowest number is between these 3 matchups here, the lowest seed remaining will play the 49ers. So if the Packers won, they will guaranteed play the Niners because they are the lowest seed in the standings there. So if the Cowboys were to win, the Rams and the Eagles, well, then the Rams would play the Niners. The Eagles would play the Cowboys. If the Cowboys, Lions, and Eagles win, then it would be the Cowboys versus the Lions and the 49ers versus the Eagles. So the lowest seed remaining, who out of all the teams that win, that is who will play the 49ers. So basic as that. And same goes for the AFC. In case you're wondering, those are the games. Those are the times. And I will have a show out tomorrow. I know the game is coming out at 4:30, but the Eagles will put out their game status report. So try to talk about that stuff as quick as I can before those games started, at whatever the hell time it was, 4:30. I'm going to make a show and we're going to talk about all the damn things that are going down here. I know there's a 1:00 game, but it is on Sunday, but it is an AFC game. So we'll jump into all the things we need to know getting ready for this game, baby. So let's go. But appreciate you tuning in. Now, nobody's saying anything about the game. Now, my man Mark is here. He came in for some reassurance. So, okay, let's go. We'll take that, right? So, looking at this game, we talk about what we were able to do the first time we played them, and that was run the damn ball. Oh, my God. We actually ran, I think, Swift had 130 yards, man. We ran for over 200. I obviously know they're, I think, 5th against the run, only allowing like 95 yards per game, so they're good against the run. Don't care. This team is dominant when they run the ball. When we dictate how the game is played, I don't understand. Look, I've talked about it a million times. It's beating a dead horse. The media fans are finally repeating me on what the issues are with this Eagles team. Thank you. It's not fire and cut everyone. It's let's fix this effing stuff. So, look, we can talk about hot reads. We can talk about attack in the middle of the field. We can talk about running the ball. We can talk about so many effing things that I feel like, yeah, it's driving me insane, man. I really just want them to start just doing the things we talk about. I can't force them to do that. But the reason I'm so positive is because of the fact that this team, they are able to, obviously do things throughout this season that we saw by beating, teams like the Dolphins. They went on that run where, the Jets obviously beat us and it was, oh God, we beat the Dolphins, Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills. And then all of a sudden things just get really dark. Now, I've seen glimpses of hope from this team. I can't sit here and tell you that, they're playing possum. I don't know about that. They've definitely had their issues, but maybe, they're trying to save a little bit for the playoffs. Maybe they know what it was like last year, how they felt. I'm not going to sit here and create narratives for you like the media. What I am going to say is I think that this team has it inside them, and all they got to do is find it. We've been beating ourselves. It is the stupid penalties. It is the stupid play calling on offense, defense. It is a mixture of everybody. I know everybody each week it's fire somebody, cut somebody. It's this week it's Sirianni. This week it's Brian Johnson. This week, every week somebody's got to listen to somebody from the media. And it's like, God help us all. But for me, we're in this season. When we get to the off season, then I'll worry about all the stuff that's for the off season. I right now like to focus on football, what's going on. And I know that's not for everybody. It's always, let's talk about next season, never actually talk football, but that's weird to me. I think that this team, there's good reason that, to have a little bit of hope at least. I'm not telling you need to have hope, but come on, dude. Look at the talent of this team. All they got to do is get hot. And, obviously, if you just take a small sample size that we're getting our asses kicked, sure, you could be miserable with those people. But you could also look at the season as a whole and say, okay, well, we're getting Slay back. Cunningham, Morrow are finally here. We're getting healthier. Let's, and obviously so a couple guys are banged up, but that's just kind of how the NFL works, man. So next man up, I don't care. I don't want to hear excuses anymore. I don't want to hear the whining because, dude, I've heard it all year. I just want to enjoy this season because could be the last game. Could be a few more games. Who knows? I just want to enjoy this because how much work I put in the off season. Like I will outwork everyone. Trust me, I will give you content. I'm just saying I like to focus on the now. And right now, we're in the effing playoffs. So, sure, we could just quit now and be like Cowboys fans, but I'm not doing it, man. I'm riding with my birds. I'm excited. I think, even with the finger injury, Jalen Hurts, as long as you run that damn ball, you won't have to throw it that much, but you still can. And I know he can. I saw him in practice. I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts. I'm worried about the team as a whole. Just get on the same page. Don't get down. Come out swinging, man. Get pissed off. We need to dominate other teams than we can. And I just don't understand, the issue with doing that. But I'm just hopeful that we do it. Now, the defense, we talked about it. I don't know how I watch them, and I just feel like everyone's on a different page. No one is communicating. That is something that has concerned me. And we've talked about it. If you're not going to get pressure with the kind of defense you're playing, you're going to have issues. And, we ask for odd man fronts and they give it to us, but now you're dropping everyone into coverage. And, You're just getting too cute. And I can't take that. So enough with the cute shit. Get back to the basics. Let's play Philadelphia Eagles football, run the ball right down their throat, get physical on defense, really rough. Baker Mayfield up here, Rashad White, make them one-dimensional. I don't care that he can catch the ball. We talked about him on the ground, in the air. We shut him down the first time we played them. We shut down Baker Mayfield. I don't want him coming out here looking like Joe Montana, like we just did for Tyrod Taylor and Kyler Murray. No, and many others. So just get it together. So that's where my positivity comes from. And we talk about just opening the playbook, giving us, we talked about motion. We talked about more formations, giving us hot routes. You've seen these things every now and again. They give us a little glimmer and it's like, oh, we're going to start. And it just stop getting cute. It's that effing simple. Play Eagles football and they're saving it for the playoffs. I don't really get behind that, but I do get behind the notion that you do have some extra stuff for the playoffs. Now, the players, I'm sure they're hopeful to have something left in the tank for the playoffs. So maybe them not going. Now, I don't like that they could have had the division. And, I just don't feel that. Why does this keep happening? I just don't feel that is what happened. But well, it is what it is. Love to hear all of your stuff. But I just went over this. He's just getting tired of the whiny fans that don't know anything about football. Just they're crying so much, attacking him. So I think it's awesome. I know a lot of people wish he was, still on social media so they could tag him and tell him how much the Eagles suck. But I think AJ should be focusing on the playoffs right now. So I think it's great that he's not letting these new fans, these casual fans, go after him. So beautiful. Focus on football. Don't listen to these shitbirds. They're going to be the biggest fans ever as soon as we're winning. I can promise you, dude. I'm already seeing all of them copy everything I'm saying. I love it. Let's go. Biggest fans ever. And appreciate you. Thank you for hitting that like button. Subscribe. All the things you're doing. Can't thank you enough. You guys are awesome. So let's keep it rolling through. Sorry, Marcus. Try to make that as quick as I could. Hopefully, maybe bring you a little bit of hope here. And let's go. David, my man. Appreciate you tuning in. Got a little bit of that Cali Green, smoke them if you got them. Appreciate you tuning in, dude. And I'm going to say it. Run that damn ball. And I'm all about those birds coming out here. And just 0-0. You just got to take everything from that season. You learn from all of it, the good, the bad. And you say, hey, nothing matters. It's win or go home. You're 0-0. That's all that matters right now. So we're going to go whoop some ass. Oh, don't listen to the media. I don't know why I have to say this every show, but guys, if you guys want to know what's really happening, I'll tell you. Like, you don't have to. The media wants you to do this every day, and I don't know why for years we have to do this every day. He is not getting traded. The trade deadline is over. We're actually still in the season, in the playoffs, so he's going to be playing here. And, yeah, I know a lot of the fans are trying to force him out, but I'm just hopeful that he and Jalen, their relationship, and I know all the top content creators are tagging him and attacking him and doing all this stuff to, gain followers, but I'm just hopeful that he sees that there are real fans, diehard fans that support this team. And we just got to hope that these whiny bitch ass fans just shut up, man. We got to get them on board. It's embarrassing to see the NFL world and everyone just laughing at us. They think we're the dumbest fans ever. And I mean, I can see why, but it's like, oh God, it sucks. It really does. Join them play like we all, exactly. That's all we want to see, man. We got to get the media off our ass, man. Hurts is getting traded. AJ's getting traded. Jordan Davis can't. Sirianni's fired. I mean, they're doing all they can to get the fans to turn on the Eagles, and it's sad. So we got to see the fans flip the switch. I believe they can. I believe they can. And you all obviously know the Eagles can. So I hope that is the missing link there, and we can. And you heard Slay. You heard a lot of these players saying they're grateful they're on the road here. It's got to be tough having not only the opposing team against you, but your own fans making it hard when you're on offense. So maybe that'll be a blessing in disguise when we get into the playoffs, go into these other stadiums when they're all being loud on offense. We're used to it with our crowd doing that to us. So, hey, hopefully, the negative fans can hopefully give us that positive boost they didn't know they were doing. So just use that, fuel the fire, and go whoop some ass, man. And we just got to stop listening to people that don't know football and just want to get people worked up because they right away, how could AJ Brown not let me harass him? It's like, who cares, dog? Go cry to your friends, other Cowboys fans or whatever. Like, you hate the Eagles. Okay. Why do you need to tell AJ Brown? Why do you have to tag him? Why do you got to tell him how much he sucks? Like, dog, he's really good. I can assure you, but it's pretty wild. Good question here, Trey. who does everyone got winning between the Packers, the Cowboys, Rams, the Lions? Look, it's going to be pretty tough for the Packers to go into Dallas and win, but hey, it's the NFL. Anything could happen. The Packers are hot right now, playing really well. Aaron Jones, a little banged up, but I think he's supposed to play. They've got the receivers banged up as usual. But, the Cowboys, look, again, it's the NFL. You've seen it. Anybody can lose at any time. And, the Packers, Jordan Love, I think a bright future ahead for that young man. Their defense is playing much better than it was at certain times of the season. Jair Alexander, really weird. Up and down. Somebody that are very talented, but had his ups and downs, especially this season. And the Cowboys, really talented, man. As much as I hate saying it, I think they definitely have the advantage there. I'd love to see the Packers pull up the upset, though, because then that would mean they play the 49ers and we would play whoever the hell wins between the Rams and the Lions there. So, I'll take the Niners. Come get it. But I would like an extra week to really get things going here before we see them. And look, man, the Rams-Lions game, that's going to be an interesting one. The Rams really got hot here at the end of the season, and I think they have the talent to be able to beat the Lions. Lions have a good defense. More so run defense and pass defense. I think Stafford, obviously, going against his old team, he's going to try to light things up there. So I'm sure that will be a fun game to watch. But I could see, Kupp and Nakua going off there, even Kyron with them having a good run defense. I think Stafford's going to be going in hot. But, Goff going against his former team, I think the Lions, Gibbs and Montgomery there, great 1-2 punch, and they've got great receivers there too. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, they got Jameson Williams, so they've got firepower. But I think the Rams defense has really been stepping it up as of late. Aaron Donald, obviously there, but you've got really good, two really good teams, and I think the Rams are going to upset them. I'll just say that. I'd like to see the Lions. A great story there, but I don't know, man. That sometimes if they don't got the run game going there, and if they can make them one-dimensional, put it in Goff's hands. Not to say that Goff's been having a bad season or anything. I think he is much more talented than people give him credit for. But it's going to be a close game, I think. I think it's going to be a fun one to watch for sure. But I'd love to see the Lions pull that one off. But we'll see. We'll see either way. But good question there. The loser, yes, indeed, man. Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. We sure do. As long as they're in the playoffs, saying, yep, that's all that matters. Oh, no. So much challenge. Just say how we have been playing. Yeah, you never want to lose. I like the 11 wins, though. I did enjoy those ones. Ready, Jimmy? Don't worry. Hey, that's what I like to hear, man. That is what I like to hear. AJ, yeah, it's crazy to see how the media gets everybody every day. Hey, that's why I created the show. And I know people, it's not for everyone. I know that clickbait stuff is what people prefer, but I'm always going to sit here and tell you what's actually happening. That's what I was asking about you. I just want to ignore. No. Yeah, man, that stuff, it's just pointless, bro. Same way as just, and I brought that up at the beginning of the show, and then we talked about it again. Now it's like the third time, but yeah, I find that stuff hilarious, and that's why I posted about it earlier today, because I know everybody just wants to talk about that rather than like a playoff game that's coming up. And I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying I knew it was going to continuously come up, so that's why I tried to make posts and stuff. But it's hey, it is what it is. But keeps its offense. Yeah, you want to be good on offense. If Rams win and Packers win, Eagles have a home game, believe it or not. Well, we talked about this. There is hope for a home game. And, people, obviously making their narratives out there. It's the last game for Jason Kelce. Like, okay, dude, let's just see how things play out here before we get ahead of ourselves. But people are always they need your clicks. They need people to go with that stuff. So I'm in the streets. Let's go. Hey, love it. Hopefully that means things are heading in the right direction. Hope all is well there. You are still in our prayers, you and the family. So hopefully you're enjoying your time there. But I'm all with that second part of that sentence there. And I really just, I can't, you know what I mean, Liz? It's like, phew. I knew as soon as I saw that stuff this morning, and I saw all the other Eagles content creators making videos, AJ Brown's gone. Oh, it's over. Like, why do people click on that stuff? Like, how is someone like, I want to hear from this guy that's never, ever gotten anything right, and it's going to tell me something that's not happening? Like, what is it that people are like, yeah, I love being lied to every day? Like, what is that? Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but, like, if that's your thing, why? Like, wouldn't you rather just know what's happening? I don't know, man. I mean, I know how offended people get about the injury reports. It's like, dog, don't you want to understand what's happening? I don't even know who's on the team. It's like, that's awesome, bro. But yeah, this isn't Madden, dude. We're not, and you know, people get offended. Oh, we're trading for Patrick Mahomes, Derrick Henry. Like, that's not happening, dude. Like, here, let me show you why. Here's how the cap works. And yeah, you don't know. It's like, Liz, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse just talking about it. It's like, I'm trying to help. I'm here every day. Everybody, every day, I got to sit here and every day, I got to. It's like, why? Why couldn't people just be like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to that. I'm literally just going to go with somebody that knows what's happening. And man, it is, Jose, it's tough because I got to run this damn thing, and everybody takes everything they hear from the media, and then they tell me, and all the content creators go with what the media tells them, and then and you've got 50,000 subscribers, 30. So all these people are listening to just lies, and then they come to me, and not all of them, thank God, but you get so many, and it's like, well, this guy told me, and it's like, I don't care what that person did. Has that person ever told you anything right? Like, have they ever, oh, my source? What source? Who do you know? Because you've never actually gotten anything right. So I need to know who your actual source is that's just lying to you. Because if you had a source, they'd probably tell you what's happening. I mean, my source tells me what's actually happening, and that's how I'm able to tell you guys, and you know before anyone else. But that offends people too. Who's your source? I don't know. He's been a guest on the effing show. Maybe tune in and learn something, dumbass. It's too much for me, Jose. Like, I'm the most positive person in the world if you meet me, but I also have a tough time listening to people just be a bitch about me trying to be positive. Like, all right, dog. Like, I get it. You're pissed that I won't tell you AJ Brown's getting traded. He quit. He's not playing on my, like, that's not happening. Like that. They're just taking it. And I'm not talking to you, Wheels. This is just like the fourth time we talked about it in not even a half hour. I'm just saying, I get perturbed by the fact that people fall for that every single time. And I love you. I appreciate you, Patrick, all of your questions. Just saying, the media, especially right now, I need you guys. I don't know if you haven't been watching every show the past, couple of weeks here. I need you guys with me. I need the sickos to stop listening to all of the narratives. Stop getting every other fan upset. Everybody pissed. And I'm not saying you, Wheels. I'm just saying that was the point of when I started the show. It's like, I made an open post. Oh, who's got questions about the game? Everyone was like, AJ Brown's leaving. It's like, yeah, that's what's going on for the wild card game. And look, they are so pissed off. That is exactly what it is, that he did not talk to them. And then when he did, everybody's like, yeah, the media's a bunch of D-bags. And it was like, oh, we got a little bit of hope here. But then everyone was like, well, actually, I like being lied to. And then went right back to the media. And it's Hurts' girl. He's not playing. AJ sucks. It's just, I don't know how people don't catch what they're doing to him. Like, they got you twisted and angry at all times so that you keep clicking. You keep commenting. You keep agreeing. Yeah, Eagles suck. And then when they're winning, all of a sudden you got to delete everything and backtrack everything. Well, I never actually said all the things I said. And it's like, doesn't that get old? For me, it's like, I feel like it's Groundhog's Day. Like, I have to do it all the time because then people are mad. And it's like, I'm just saying that what happened. Well, it didn't happen. It's like, well, if you didn't want it to happen, then it shouldn't have. You shouldn't have made it. I don't force you to follow this stuff. And that's what I'm talking about right there, my man. And we're talking about, finding the strength. We got to get fans finding the strength. We got to get the media finding strength. We need to get these people on board because, bro, it is embarrassing. I see the rest of the NFL world, what they say about us, what they think about us. And it is truly embarrassing that we look like the dumbest fan base in the world, bro. And it's embarrassing. And I try, dude, with just basic stuff. And it's like, all right, dude, but you sickos, that's all, let's stick together. And I'd love to trade them. I would love to be in those rooms myself and actually ask some football questions. That would be awesome. If we could talk a little bit about football, it's a dream. It's a dream of mine. It really is. Trades for the past 2 days. Literally, I had to stay off YouTube because there's so much negative stuff and it's from my own. Yeah, man. Well, Marcus, you know that there is actually only one content creator out there that's going to give you not only the facts, but tell you what to be positive about, what you could be negative about. Sure, you could decide for yourself through all that information, but that's what people get offended about. I won't say fire, cut, trade everyone. I break down the actual problems. They get offended about it. And then a week later, well, actually, the hot reads where, and it's like, oh, so what I was saying, well, no, you didn't say all the things you said. And it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, All right, man. Yep, I'll just keep saying everything, wait for you to repeat me, and then tell me how I don't say all of it. So, hey, for those of you who love the Eagles and want to keep, continuing to know every single thing you ever need to know every day about the Eagles, keep tuning in, man. I'm not going anywhere. This disease doesn't stop me, bro. I do not care. And losing doesn't stop me. Nothing will stop my drive, bro. And if people want to have that quitter attitude, good for them, bro. For me, it's all about riding with my birds. And that's what we're going to do in these parts. And we're going to bring a little bit of them facts with us. I'm going to explain to so many people why firing Nico. Yeah, man. Having to explain why trading Hurts, firing Howie Roseman, all these things, it gets pretty insane, throughout the season. But I do my best to try to teach people, basic things so that they don't have to follow these moronic narratives. Saying we were going to Jalen to on Wednesday, right? Oh yeah, I told you guys they were going to turn right away because I was the only one out here supporting him. Fans weren't even with me when I was supporting him from the beginning. And I knew as soon as he started winning, they all became the biggest fans, deleted all their posts, all those top content creators that wanted to trade for Jimmy Garoppolo and Kirk Cousins. Yeah, I knew as soon as he started struggling, it would be like that, man. And of course, they're just not built for this, man. The first sign of struggle, it's quit. That's never how I'm going to be. My man Jim knows it's all about you sickos. That's what this is about, baby. So for me, it's about talking about what we got to go do. And that's what I want to do. So Jalen Hurts, you got a bang up finger, right? Oh, I would say it without the banged up finger. Run the effing ball, right? So we've talked about that. If you guys missed it, go check out the top matchups. Go check out behind enemy lines. I explain everything you need to know, individual stats, team stats, weaknesses for the both teams. And I mean, you guys want to talk about it now? Just whatever's on your mind. This is your show. And I'm trying not to ramble on here too much, but I do want to try to steer it toward football. But I understand, that is what we all deal with here. And me running a channel, I unfortunately have to deal with it every single day. And all I'm trying to do is help people. And I understand that I'm not getting frustrated when I answer your guys' questions at you personally. It is a combination of all of it. And I'd really just would love to talk some football before the game. And it just always gets pushed toward something else. And it's just, and trust me, bro, I don't want to block people. I don't. So I do my best and I answer every single one of you. Like I promise you I will. I always answer you. But if we could try to start steering things in a more logical direction and less just, I've read it. I've seen it. You guys asked, that's another one. Like, hey, did you see that? Like, yeah, man, I literally see everything Eagles. I can assure you. If I don't post about it, it's because it's dumb shit and I'm not going to talk about it. So you can usually just find out, go right to the page. You'll be like, oh my God, there's literally all the content I ever need to know right here in front of me in video form, post form, on every social media platform. Like, I don't get when people say, like, I don't know where this information. It's like, it's everywhere, every day. There's no excuse. It's everywhere. I never argue with stupid people. They'll drag you down to the level and beat you. Yeah, that's a fact, man. And, I don't argue with them. I take them to the woodshed. I happily hold their hand. Send them right in, man. And it's unfortunate. I'm not trying to hurt any feelings, just trying to help educate. Love my Eagles, been a fan for over 50 years. That's what's up. I'm going on 40 here. Let's go. And but thank you. See, this is your show. You guys need it. So got the graphic for you. Waiting for somebody to talk about it. Anti, my man. So Kevin Byard talks about Avonte Maddox, who has been working at safety in Reed Blankenship's absence this week. So talked about that this week. And actually, you guys know throughout this season, we talk about the versatility of these defensive backs. And in case anything were to happen, you can move certain guys, do these things. Well, now we're in quite a precarious position because Sidney Brown, he is going to be out for the rest of the season. And Reed Blankenship hasn't practiced in 2 days. We don't know what his availability is going to be. And the only other person on the roster that is a safety is Kevin Byard. So you're going to probably elevate Tristan McCollum for the practice squad, probably even elevate Mekhi Garner or Josiah Scott from the practice squad as well. So probably two defensive backs that can play safety. But Avonte Maddox, somebody with that versatile skill set we talk about, he can play safety. Now, I don't necessarily like it, especially with how well he plays the nickel corner position. Now, since coming back, he's been a little rusty. We know that, but you've got other pieces and you've got Slade coming back. I don't know if they're planning on something like Bradbury in the nickel. I don't know. But, I mean, you've got Slade coming back. I don't know if they're planning on something like Bradbury in the nickel. I don't know. But thank you. See, that's your show. You guys need it. So got the graphic for you. Waiting for somebody to talk about it. Anti, my man. So Kevin Byard talks about Avonte Maddox, who has been working at safety in Reed Blankenship's absence this week. So talked about that this week. And actually, you guys know throughout this season, we talk about the versatility of these defensive backs. And in case anything were to happen, you can move certain guys, do these things. Well, now we're in quite a precarious position because Sidney Brown, he is going to be out for the rest of the season. And the only other person on the roster that is a safety is Kevin Byard. So you're going to probably elevate Tristan McCollum for the practice squad, probably even elevate Mekhi Garner or Josiah Scott from the practice and then Trey Palmer will dust him, or Chris Godwin, whoever they want to put in that slot. And Mike Evans, with Slay, that's great. But I'm very intrigued to see what they do there. But Avonte Maddox at safety, you got to do what you got to do here. And I think I'd much rather try that out than depend on Mekhi Gardner, being back there. Now, Tristan McCollum will be ahead of him, and Josiah Scott, not sure if they would choose him over Gardner either way. So you're going to need a death piece, though, if Reed's out, right? One of those guys has to be a starter, probably Tristan McCollum. So, holy shit. I don't like having to do that. I think that Avonte Maddox is one of the best nickel corners in the game, but you have to understand his, strengths and weaknesses. And if you're using him as a safety, understand that the defense is going to know that, and they're going to try to attack him. And it concerns me to the level of I don't like having players injured, right? It's not where I'm like, oh God, what are we going to do? Because we've talked about this before. If, break in case of emergency, right? Bring it out. Here we are, man. So good question. I appreciate you bringing it up, Anton. But I think that, for me, this team, obviously the defense is a lot of work. So, oh my God, we're going to have to do all we can here, man. And I'm hopeful that, it's just in case of emergency, getting work there, and hopefully Tristan. And look, he's an undrafted kid. I'm not I know he had one good game, and you guys, if you look him up in Google, you're actually going to find my videos at the top, my art, because I've been talking about him for a long time. And, we talk about his skill set, his athleticism with his size, his versatility. I really like the kid, but keep in mind, hasn't played in more than a game here. And so let's just calm down. But hey, we got to do what we got to do here. And they've got some really talented playmakers. You guys can check out that top matchups where we talk about that stuff. But good question there, Anton. Appreciate you getting that in there, man. Teams really want Brian Johnson as a victim of the Rooney Rule. That's just the racist fans saying the Rooney Rule. See, they have to understand football first, and they don't. Rooney Rule means that, have to hire one ethnic, interview one person with an ethnic background that's not a white person, right? So the Titans have already interviewed, I believe, a couple of minority coaches. So you got to understand that right there tells you how stupid people are. But no, Brian Johnson's good. And again, that's where the media really getting people twisted there. But that just goes to show how confused, every year it's like, well, why are people considered MVP? I thought we needed to trade Hurts. And it's like, well, because he's good. It's crazy out there, man. Just seeing people get twisted, and then they have to, when it all hits them, wait, so the media has been lying to me? And it's like, yeah, man, they've really been lying every day. You remember last year when I started my campaign, I went to that practice. They were telling you guys Eagles were getting sacked by ghosts. The season was over. Worst team that ever played. Then I got to go to a closed practice, and I started reporting on what was really happening. Told you guys we'd be going to the Super Bowl. They lie. I was right there next to them. I saw them lying. And I told you the truth. And then, we made it to the Super Bowl. So, we'll see. 59. I love it. How are you a fan at negative 10 years old? Negative 10. Oh, dang. That's some pretty wild stuff there. 50 myself at that like button. That's what's up. All about it. This is why you're the GOAT. Hey, appreciate you, MDB, tuning in. Let's effing go. But look, you guys are the GOATs. I can't do this without you. And, I'm just doing my best to stand up and counteract all of this BS. So no thanks. 30 years. Love to see it. Yeah. I'm going on 38 here, man. Oh, the big 4-0's coming for me sooner rather than later. God help us all. 19 will be 20 next season. No, the Eagles have been out for way longer than 2019. Been a fan since 2004. Super Bowl year. Through the ups and downs, I bleed green. That's what I like to hear. Please no Bradbury. Yeah, I don't know what they're planning. They had Roby inactive there. I would have Roby active, because if you're using Maddox in case of emergency there, maybe even Scott in there, just somebody that has some veteran experience. But we'll see. Hopefully Reed's just healthy. Let's go Birds. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. 6 and already a diehard fan. That's what I like to hear. You got Right out the womb, let them know, dude, how it is. Late, it's AJ's playing. Yeah, he is DNP. The game status report comes out tomorrow. Maybe they actually know more about Brian Johnson being thought of. Yeah, I mean, he's a good coach. He's a really bright mind. I try to explain that to people. I know nobody listens, but that doesn't even look 50. I'm not sure what you're saying. Exactly what it is you're counteracting. Just curious. All the things that we just talked about here, Michael, all the lies, the negativity. AJ Brown is not off the team. He did not get fired. We're not trading Jalen Hurts. Sirianni's not getting fired. We're not getting rid of Howie Roseman. So all of the lies you're told every single day, all of those, reporters that are lying every day, all the stuff you guys bring every single day that never happens, all of that. So everything. All of the things that I do, like explaining how the cap works, explaining how the draft, all of those things that I show and then they happen, and all of the things that those other people talk about that never happen. That is what a counteraction is to their action of doing nothing. And yeah, they're going to do that every day, every week. And that's what this show literally is standing in front of it. And I do it every week, and you hear it every week. Nobody ever said all the things that are being said right now that we're all seeing that are being said. And I get it. People are offended, but it's like, I can't make what's happening not real because it offends you. Like I'm just going to stand in front of it because that's what Eagles fans, diehards, want. We want to actually talk about Eagles football and what's actually happening, and not, each week we got to fire everyone. We got to trade everyone. Remember that, Michael? Everyone trade Hurts, get rid of Howie, trade Covey. Everybody sucks. And each week I'm trying to explain how things work. You hear everybody repeating me now with the hot reads. You hear about, adding different formations, getting the tight end 2 involved, getting a lot of it. I mean, it takes them some time, but we just got to stand in front of it, and it's beautiful when they start repeating everything. Why don't they put Roby at safety? He played safety with the Saints. Not so much. And he is more of an inside corner. Maybe you're thinking of CJ there, but not really where he'd shine. Now, if they're thinking of anybody, maybe a little bit of Scott there, but Maddox, in case of emergency, I think you would see probably Tristan a little bit more, but in certain packages, you could mix things up and have those guys moving around. So hey, next man up, whatever you got to do. And when we talk about these defensive backs that we have, a lot of them are very versatile that can play, but it's not necessarily that you want them to. And that's kind of where I'm at. So lifestyle being an Eagles fan, it sure is. And I know it's not, everyone's not built for this. And that is very apparent in today's world. You see in social media, people they get really offended when I stand in front of it. Like when I bring the truth with the fact that I have real sources and give it to people, that upsets a lot of people. And I feel bad for them. I really hope that, they can dig deep and stop being a bitch. But it's like, me bringing the facts about the Eagles isn't to offend you. It is to enlighten you that you're being lied to like all the time. And they just want you pissed off, hating the Eagles. And look how offended they get when AJ's like, no, dude, I'm not talking to you anymore. So now they go out, write hit pieces about, he's being traded after the trade deadline's over, dog. He's not getting traded right before the Bucs game. Like none of these things are real. So yeah, I just literally counteract all of that every day, every week, every year. And we continuously have to hear about how the media are gods and that they never get anything wrong. And they always tell you guys everything that is real. Yet none of it ever happens. And it's usually lies. So, yikes. He sure is. But hey, that's what I'm here for, man. And for those of you you sickos who like to know what's actually happening, who don't want to hear all the nonsense, all the lies that every other content creator is telling you. Oh, AJ Brown's out Monday. Like game status report's not out. You don't know that. Like you have no idea. You're just getting people to click on your stuff by lying to them. Like, and if that's your thing, cool, man. I'm not here to judge you, how you like to take in information. If you like to not know what's going on, sweet. I prefer to actually know what's going on. And hey, that's how I'm able to, have 5 years in a row predicting the Eagles first pick. That's how I'm able to tell you who we're trading for, like AJ Brown, DeAndre Swift, when we're getting, all the players that we get. I just understanding things really goes a long way. But till then, I guess everybody will just keep talking about how we're trading, firing everyone, and we're at the playoffs, a couple days away, man. And nobody wants to talk football. It's like, God, I made a post open to everyone. And all it was about, it's just like, oh, man. I saw someone comment that the other day about how no, there's nobody out here that actually talks football. And I was like, you can ignore it, but there is. And I know it offends you, but like, you can't act like it's not here and you don't have all the information that you would ever need right in front of you, because it upsets you that it's me. I can't, I'm sorry. I'm not entitled, not racist. I'm not going to root for you. I'm sorry if I don't fit into your crowd with that stuff, the pretty hats, whatever. I prefer football. Like that's literally just all I need, man. And that's why I tell you sickos, diehards, who gives a damn? And I know that's what everybody wants to talk about. I know that we have to beat this dead horse and it makes me insane. But look, dude, if you guys love football like me and you want to see all these top matchups and things, go check out that video. We talked about everything under the sun. Let me show you, some of the things we looked at. Let's look at the regular season. The Eagles, worst offense ever, but they're somehow 7th in points, 8th in yards. So got to clean some things up there. What we talk about is those penalties, the turnovers. Then you look at the defense. I mean, pure ass lately. And there have been glimpses of hope, but then we use Desai as the scapegoat, and it is what it is there, but got to figure things out. Got to start getting some sacks, getting some turnovers, please, for the love of God. We talk about the Buccaneers this week. We talked about, an average offense here, but they've got a lot of star power. They don't turn the ball over, not giving up too many sacks, but you can get to them, man. And, you talk about the defensive side of the ball. They are pretty damn good there. A lot of very athletic guys. They're going to send the house. They're 3rd in blitzing. So, Todd Bowles is going to bring it. If any of you guys are old enough to remember Todd Bowles with the Eagles, I'm a big fan of Bowles, but not this Monday. So, God, just please. I mean, and as much as I talked about beating a dead horse with talking about adding in these hot routes, doing things to make things easier for Jalen Hurts, I love to see everyone finally repeating it, because it's like, yeah, we don't need to fire and cut everyone. That's not how we're going to win the Super Bowl. Like, we need to fix what's going on right now. Like, it's right here in front of us. You win 4 more effing games, man. That's all you got to do. There literally needs to be no other discussion. I mean, you use what you learned from this season. Yeah, it sucked. I don't care. I really don't. If you want to live in the past, go ahead. I know the fans and media are, but the players don't have to, because those people have quit doesn't mean that the players have to. They're not soft like a lot of these new fans. And that's just not how diehard Eagles fans are. We're right here riding with our birds because, dude, we've seen way worse. Now, the reason we're pissed off is because we know this team can do better. That is where it's like, all right, dude, what are you doing? So I need to see it this Monday. You need to go into Tampa Bay. I need to whoop their ass. Like, and I don't even care if it's a 2-point win, a 22-point win. Just win this game and build a little bit of confidence in yourself. It's playoffs, so there's going to be, close matchups. Things are going to happen. Let's go out here and be the Philadelphia effing Eagles. Let's play with some tenacity here. Let's go punch them right in the mouth. My man, that's what I'm talking about. Sickos for life. That's all I need to know, man. And you sickos with me, we can keep continuously standing up to this nonsense. And look, again, I know a lot of people get riled up about that I won't follow those narratives. But look, here's the thing. You have every single other content creator. They will talk about that stuff. They will tell you the things that are never going to happen. I know that is what most people want. This is the counteraction to that. This is where you get real information and learn how things work and valuable info. And not to knock anybody else. If that's how you build your brand, that's awesome, dude. If, you don't know much about football and, it's just about the hot take stuff, that's awesome, dude. Good for you. But I'm here for the people that like football. And I don't know why that bothers everyone, but I feel like we got to do this all the time. And I'm like, bro, why? Why do I have to always answer what the media says? I've already told you guys. They're dumbasses. Well, it is what it is. And look, man, I don't know that Sunday I was trying to bring on one of my sources, but I don't know that that's going to happen. And that was, again, not to upset anyone. I just wanted to hear some things from close inside the organization. I know people don't really like that. They prefer more of the, season's over, trade everyone hates each other. That's not what I'm hearing. So I wanted to let you guys know, get some excitement going, man. Get pumped up. Back your team up. Give it a shot. If you've been rooting against them all season, trade everyone, fire everyone, cut they all suck. Maybe just try for the next couple of days. See what happens. Support the Eagles. Maybe wear some gear. Cheer them on. I don't know. I know a lot of you are upset, don't know what to do with your day. A.J. Brown deactivated, so now you can't tag him and tell him how much he sucks. Maybe go put on some gear. Watch some of my videos. Learn something. Maybe get excited for this game and stop being a bitch. But to you sickos, you just keep riding, and we'll get through this. They will all be the biggest fans after Monday. We just got to get through this storm here, man. They're getting roughed up by the media good. Media's got them gripped up. They think the defense will approach this game on Monday. Well, they better do it with their heads out of their asses, I can tell you that much. But we're talking about this first game, what we were able to do, make them one-dimensional, shutting down Rachaad White. And, on the ground, in the air, this kid can get you, but he did not do that against us. We shut him down, Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield. We were able to really slow this offense down, and they scored at the end there. They only scored 11 points, and I was impressed with what this defense did at that point. And, only a couple sacks there, but I would like to get Baker Mayfield rattled, get this offense going so well that you don't have to rely so much on this defense. But again, you also don't want the defense, putting you in precarious positions, but the offense does it too. So again, I'm not pointing fingers at just the offense or the defense, but this defense better come out with that fire, dude. Fletcher Cox, he's talking his shit. I love it, dude. BG's been talking. Let these people sleep, man, because these old heads, they know this could be their last ride. So keep sleeping. That is perfectly fine. Just remember to tell me you're sorry when you come back and are the biggest fan ever. But, this team, they're hungry, man. And just because, again, the media and fans are quitting, they're not going to. Slay's back. Everybody's getting pumped up. It's good to have good players. I know a lot of people want to get rid of Slay before this game. I don't. I think that having a cornerback one that is really good is actually a good thing. So I want him back, and I want this defense to get pissed off. I want them to play. And I'm not Seth Joyner. I don't think we need to, go back 30 years in the NFL and blitz every play like Wink Martindale does and have the worst defense in the league. But, hey, you got a couple sacks. I don't want to lose. I actually want to win. So I think you just kind of got to do what you're doing. And if you're running your 5-man fronts, which I asked for, I meant using them to create pressure, not dropping guys into coverage. And not to say that you're not going to do that every one or two plays a game. I just meant holy shit. You guys heard me after the game. I was pretty pissed off. But, dog, you've got the talent here. You got to get pressure. These guys, get the rotation going on this defensive line. I mean, you got guys fresh. I don't understand. And look, I know you want to play your best players, but we were breaking NFL records last year by playing our backups. Keep the rotation. I mean, the stars play better when they're fresher toward the end of the game. So use your rotation. You got it interior and exterior on the line there. Linebackers, you got Cunningham and Morrow are back. Shaq Leonard is a third. Use all three of them. I think that, that will hopefully improve a little bit now that they've got a game under their belt together, the three of them. The secondary, we talk about Slade coming back. Unfortunately, we don't know what's going on with Reed. We know Sidney Brown's out, so that sucks. But these young guys, they've been getting thrown in the fire because of injuries. So you just got to pray that, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe one of these young guys comes out here and is just playing with their hair on fire. They're fresh. They haven't played all year, and they want to come out and knock someone's lights out. Tristan McCollum, maybe, maybe some big plays. So I just really think that, there are things to be excited about here, man. And I think that this defense, that's one of those things that's very scary to me because they have seemed like they are just all over the place. So I'm hopeful that, another week with Patricia here and all these new things that they're throwing in here. I didn't like that, but hopefully they get some kind of continuity here and it hopefully helps out. But you got to get pressure, man. Let's cause some turnovers here. Let's get some sacks. That's what I would like to see. And if you do that like you did the first game, taking out Rachaad White and the rest of these guys, I think you could have a good game here. So let's go. That's why there's sources. Yeah, man, that's why I got real sources. That's why I don't have to make stuff up. You guys see all the people that everybody follows. Every offseason, they lie. My sources tell them stuff never happens, ever. It's like, why do you do that? Why wouldn't you just try to work hard and get a real source? That's just me. But, I've been proving them wrong all year, and we're about to do it. I mean, you see them all repeating everything I've said. Now they're talking about the issues. Now it's not fire and cut everyone. It's like, thank you. So we'll just continue taking them to the woodshed, my friend. Always keep it real. Hey, look, and the thing is, understand that I love you guys. I am not talking to you when I'm going off on these turds. It's because they are so unbearable. They are in the comments. For those of you who are in the comments, you see it. China, your service does not go unnoticed. But these people, they come at me like, dude, it is nuts. They're flying out of left field at all times. And dude, all I'm trying to do is help. Like, I literally just love my Eagles, and that pisses people off so much. It's like, dog, if you want to be like other Eagles fans and only root when they're winning, there is so many other content creators that are just like you, that quit at everything. please go there. Like I want you guys. I want you diehards. Win, lose, or tie. Bleed green until I die. And when there's issues, we talk about them. And then we wait for those other people to repeat all of the issues. But it's beautiful to see it every single week, every single year. It's just how it goes here. And well, eventually, and I know it upsets people, but I guess they prefer experts not to know anything. Whatever. That time of possession, yeah, it's usually good when you win that one. You need to win the turnover battle, the penalties. A little late today. Hey, Reed doing? He was a DNP again today, but we talked about he and AJ both getting those serious injuries. It's a playoff game. You want them healthy throughout, so you're going to be precautious. So we're hopeful for tomorrow. Game status report comes along with the practice injury report for the day, so you'll know whether they were limited, DNP, full, whatever. But we'll talk about that. Hopefully they get a little bit of an upgrade. But even if they don't and are listed questionable, there's still hope. It's a Monday game. And guys with injuries, again, remember, we're hoping that we have 4 more games here. So we want to keep these guys healthy. Be smart here. So don't let the media get you twisted. AJ Brown did not get traded. The trade deadline's over. I know they're trying, he left the team. And no, he is tired of hearing everyone cry like little, he's just, and I don't blame him. Thank you, God. So yeah, if you guys were, offended by, AJ Brown deactivating, you guys can just tag me. If you were, your weekend's ruined that you can't tag AJ Brown and tell him how much you hate him and the Eagles, you can't message him, reach out to me. Tell me. Leave the players alone. Can we just let them focus on the game? I understand you've been told by the media that we need to trade everyone and cut everyone. I don't care. You know what I mean? I just don't. It is what it is. Protect the source. What source are we protecting? But ladies and gentlemen, we're rolling up on that hour. I'm going to get rolling out here. But if you have any final questions, anything on your mind, and I'm sorry to those, look, I do my best, but I know football isn't exactly the topic of discussion when talking about football. So I try. And for those of you who got those football questions in, and I really can't thank you enough. For those of you who tuned in, all of your comments, all of your questions, everything, I cannot thank you enough. Hitting the like button, subscribing, whatever you're doing to support the channel, I cannot thank you enough. But look, if you're watching this later, maybe you missed the show, whatever it may be, you can always, you got some football questions you want to ask about. If you want to know about AJ Brown deactivated, you can go back, watch it the 6 times we talked about on the show. You can go to the post I made about it earlier. But if you have anything football related, happily talk about that. Anything about the game, I'd love to talk about it. But no, Hurts is not being traded before the game. Howie's not. None of that stuff. So, yikes. Let's hope that we can just shut this media and the casual fans up after this game, because it would be nice to have them all, just like when we went to the Super Bowl last year and they all had to delete all their stuff and they were the biggest Jalen Hurts fans ever and everybody was the biggest fan. Remember, they all wanted to do this same thing last year. They all quit on the Eagles. So let's just remember, these people weren't built for this. You sickos, you were built to be right here with me, riding through the storm. We're going to get it together, go on the most epic run to the playoffs, win the Super Bowl, and everyone will talk about how they always saw this coming. They told me after I told them for years and months it was coming. Always the most hilarious thing. But you guys are awesome. You sickos, do not let them get you. If you need someone to talk to, you're wondering, whatever, just reach out. Seriously, don't let them do that stuff to you. I hate to see it, but that's what I'm here for. We'll keep being the counteraction to all of the nonsense. But if you guys need anything, it doesn't have to be about football. You can always reach out. Any of these platforms, always down to talk about the birds, life, whatever is on your mind. But I'm getting pumped up, and I hope you are. I got tomorrow's game status report, so tune in a little after 4 o'clock. Whenever they put that information out, I'll get it together as fast as I can, make the show, talk about who's in, who's out, who's questionable, all that stuff. And then, of course, Sunday, I'm giving you Sicko Sunday, that bad boy, live Q&A again, getting ready for this game. Hopefully, more people talking football at that time, getting excited for the game, less of the media stuff. Let's hope. And then Monday, of course, you're going to get the pregame, and we're going to be running through FM walls, and I hope you're ready for that, baby. But I hope you're having a great Friday. Look, I had to make this one a little bit earlier today. Got a bunch of stuff to do tonight. But again, you're watching this later. You have anything on your mind, feel free to be part of this. Join in with your conversation. You could be watching right now and you're, oh, damn it, I wanted to ask him this. Maybe you missed something. I'm more than welcome to go back and rewatch it, but you're also more than welcome to wait till this is over, comment on the video. I will happily get back to you. I'm going to do my best tonight to get back to all of your comments. I do my best to keep up with the ones I can in notifications, but it doesn't send me all the notifications. So I got to go in, and I love it. I love the fact that you guys are nonstop. Let's go, baby. That's what this is all about. And thank you, Brian. Appreciate you tuning in, man. And I am more than ready, baby. And if you guys have questions, all you got to do is go watch Top 13 Matchups behind enemy lines. Probably answer everything you need to know. But hey, man, that's what I'll continue doing in these parts, breaking out those facts, and they can continue talking about things that never happened. But I love each and every one of you. Cannot thank you enough. Hope you had a great week. If not, have a great weekend. Let's get pumped up here, enjoy some football, and then watch our birds whoop some ass on Monday. But I'll be back each day, as always, breaking everything you need to know down, whether it be with the injuries, the game, all the information you would ever need to know. If you've missed anything, all the shows are on the YouTube channel. You can go check them out. All the stuff you need to know. But until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great Friday. Stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now, you sickos. Go Birds!